Hi there. In this video, I'm going to show you how the Take Lanes feature works in Ableton Live. Many digital audio workstations have been using similar features for a long time, but Take Lanes has just been added to Ableton on the release of Live 11. So this feature allows you to create compilations of takes, or comps as they're often called. If you're not a particularly confident player, or if you're trying out some new ideas, you can record a number of takes, then go through and choose the bits that you like out of each take. So, for example, if you're recording some vocals and you like the first and third line from the first take, but you prefer the second and fourth line from the second take, you can actually go through and make a compilation and take the best bits out of each take. One thing to note, this works in the same way for MIDI and audio tracks, but I do find myself using it on audio far more often, so I'm going to show this example on an audio track. So I'm just going to create a new track, set it up with my interface. I'm going to add some reverb and some delay onto this track just to soften it a bit. I'll turn down the volume a bit so it's not much louder than the rest of the track. Okay, that sounds fine. For this recording, I don't want my loop active, so I'm going to turn that off. I do want my metronome, so I'm going to make sure it's turned on and I don't want any counting. I'm just going to start playback a couple of bars before the chorus, where I'll be playing in this new part. Okay, I'm just going to record in a few different ideas. Now what I'm going to do is just go back and record from the same place once again. Right, I'm just going to have one more go recording some more ideas. Okay, we've recorded a few different ideas now. But if you look at this track, you'll notice we only have one visible clip. So what we need to do now is open up the take lanes. To do so, right-click on the track over here and select Show Take Lanes. You can also use the shortcut Command-Option-U or Control-Alt-U on Windows. Now, you'll be able to see down here we've got our different takes. So, on the main track is the last take we recorded. Then, in the first lane is our first take, the second was our second take, and the third is our third take, which is the same recording as the main track. We can see that in the audio file's name, Audio 3. So, just while I explain how this all works, I'm going to delete the clip off our main track. So as you can see there, we still have our 3 different takes. we just have none active on our track. So if we were to play the song back, we can't actually hear anything on this track. To listen back to the different takes, click on the Audition Take icon on the take lane. So to listen to the first one, I'll select the icon and play it back. Simply click on the audition icon on another take to listen to that. Now, what I'm going to do is listen back to these different takes and choose my favourite bits from each one. Right, I like this first bit here, but I didn't particularly like the second bit. So I'm just going to select this section here to put onto the main take. Now, the easiest way of doing this is by using the draw tool. So if I just use the standard pointer tool and select it, all it does is highlight it. I could hold Option and drag it up to the main take, and that would work. However, if I just press B to activate the draw tool, I can click and drag to make a selection, and it will automatically be copied up onto the main take. Now let's listen to the second bit of this take. Or this third one here. I think I'm going to go for this second take. So again, just click and drag. Now I'll just listen back to this end section. Right, I like the second half, but not particularly the first. So again, I'll just make a selection. You may have noticed when I was going to create a selection, the draw tool was conforming with the grid setting. I'll just press undo. If you don't want your selection to snap to the grid, hold down Command on a Mac or Alt on Windows while making your selection. You can then make finer adjustments. Now I'll just listen to this section. Okay, I prefer this take. So I'll just make a selection up to around this point here. Now to listen to the main take, disable the audition icon. Okay, we've now chosen the best bits out of these three takes. Something else you might notice is a Take Lanes feature adds fades to the clips which are moved onto the main track. And if they overlap slightly, you get a crossfade. So if you want, you can adjust this to make it sound more seamless. If at any point you decide you want to use a section from a different take, you can simply make a new selection. Whatever's on the main take will be replaced. If you ever decide you want to create a completely new comp, you can just delete whatever's on the main take, or you can add a new take lane. So I could just drag these ideas onto my new take lane and create a new take. You can also rename just so you know what's what. Something else to note is you can copy any of these take lanes onto another track. So for example, if I decided I wanted to use this first take on a different track, I could just drag and drop it onto the new track. I'm just going to press undo to move my comp back onto the main track. Now, once you're finished creating a comp, you can simply close the take lanes. Now, if you wanted, you could also consolidate these takes into a new file. So I'll select them all, right-click, and select Consolidate. Now we've just got one single audio file. Your take lanes will, however, still remain. Now, if you remember from a previous video, I recorded a few different ideas using the loop record feature. So if I open up this clip, you'll be able to see the 3 takes that we recorded. But something else that's really handy is it will have also recorded these into take lanes. So if I wanted, I could go back and create a comp out of these recordings which I made before. As mentioned previously, the take lanes feature does also work on MIDI tracks. Now, something else I want to mention. If you to record a few different ideas from your session view into your arrangement view, these different recordings of your arrangement will also be saved into take lanes. So this can be a really great way to take ideas from different recordings. So that's a number of really handy recording features that you can use in Ableton Live. Thanks for watching.